Hey, what's up, traders? This is the watch list video for Wednesday, June 9th. I'm showing you the daily chart of the SPY, and judging by today's candle, it doesn't look like an eventful day, but man, was it a great day in chat. For those of you who didn't make it, you should have. It was just, the teamwork's fantastic. I'll cover a few here. I want to start with one of our newer course takers from chat, Clinton B. I'm going to show you what it looked like when he pointed out, I don't know, something like this, right? He called it 950 ASTS. 950, second mouse, cup and handle forming, catalyst above, all that. Great call. So early on, it went to 956 and then was kind of flagging. He called the second mouse right through 950. Let's see what happens. There's the break. Never revisits 950 and goes all the way to 13.14 for a $3.64 move from the 950 idea, with a stop about 25 cents below. And I love to see newer course takers spotting setups that we teach in our course and posting them in chat so anyone that wants it can get it. Congrats, Clinton B. That was a great call. Let's see what else we have. RHE. Nice little pop today. Wayne called this one right here through 16. So it looked like this. He gave the 16 second mouse idea with the high of day above and a recent high flyer. And so there's the 16 break. Keep in mind, this is a 5-minute candle. So within 5 minutes, you're up to 17.40, up $1.40. And then a couple minutes later, went up even a little higher than that. But what a great call by Wayne. As a day trader, you understand how much money can be made there. Kevin P makes the highlight reel again, as he almost always does. He called 36.50 second mouse. So probably looked about like this. The early high was 36.55. So 36.50 would be right about here. Never looks back. From 36.50, it goes to 40.50. A $4 move in our favor. Probably, again, about 50 cents risk, worst case. I called a couple. I gave CLOV. I'm going to switch to twos here because this was a Tokyo over the mic. I called a Tokyo idea. Whoops. Probably looked somewhere in here. Probably about 1875. 1880-ish in anticipation of the high of day break. Again, never looked back and went up to almost 25. Talk about some huge calls today, right? $6.13 move in our favor. Stop probably about 40 cents below. And then lastly, and there's plenty of highlights above and beyond this, but I'm just showing you a few that I wrote down. AHT I called through 550. It looked like this when I called it. Well, it was already probably closer to 545 by the time I typed it out. Sounded the bell, looking for the high of day break. And this was a pure sympathy play off IHT, which was screaming. And it just went nuts. And actually, in after hours, this continued higher. Went to almost 750 in after hours. It finished at 711. So there's some highlights from the day. An amazing day, huge day for me profit-wise. So let's get into what we're watching for tomorrow. All right, so great job today in chat, everyone. CLOV, massive volume, 735 million shares, closing off of its highs, but strong enough that I'd be a fool not to watch that since I'm a day trader, right? KODK, Kodak, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Nice little breakout today. Almost looks better like that. Nice breakout. I'm just looking for some kind of continuation setup tomorrow. AHT, kind of breaking that. Well, it's sort of a cup and handle that it's trying to break above. Again, gapping in after hours, so we'll see what happens tomorrow, but we got to watch that one. IHT is kind of the one that started it all. This thing's absolutely ripped, but closed well off its highs. Still want to watch it tomorrow. ASTS, I showed you the call Clinton B made. Again, I don't know what's going to happen in the morning or how big some of these are going to be gapping, but they're sure interesting, right? So even though that's extended, we're going to watch this one tomorrow, ASTS. WISH, just a big rip today. If I hover over this candle, you'll see the numbers over here. The range today, 783 to 1220. And again, unfortunately, trading at 1510 in after hours. So we're probably looking at a gapper. But again, I like to have the recent high flyers on watch. RMED made a move from, I don't know, I want to say 3.5 to almost 10 in about, what, three or four sessions? So we've got a red day now on much lower volume. Going to look for this to possibly set up as another long as early as tomorrow. RHE, I showed you Wayne's call today. This chart's starting to look interesting, right? Big pop back here. secondary pop, tertiary pop, and inside day, and it's holding up pretty darn well. So you got today's high, 1785. A couple days before that, 1827. So you have a stacked catalyst scenario. Definitely want to watch RHE. Big list today, by the way. RKT is Rocket Mortgage. I don't love this one, but it did have decent volume and a strong close, and I think there's probably a lot of shorts in the name. WPG, I like this one. It's in that same space with those others like AHT, IHT. Big pop here and flagging. Definitely worth keeping an eye on tomorrow. What else do we have? CHCI, I believe, is also in that space, and a very interesting chart. You had the pop back here, flagging, and starting to curl up. So if these, what they call kind of reopening plays, keep going, this one's a very interesting chart and a low float. Digital Ally. DGLY, nice breakout today. We're just going to see if it gives a continuation setup. A couple more. ROOT. Really nice volume, big rip today. Again, sadly, it's trading at 13. It went out in after hours at 13.21. So instead of looking at a long, like with a flat open tomorrow, we're looking at a bunch of gappers. We'll see if they're still gapping in the morning, and then we will play them as we teach members to play gap plays, right? And then lastly, AEMD in after hours closed at 421. So a big gapper. Nice sounding news in after hours. I'll let you look it up because I don't want to try to interpret it or sway anybody's opinion, but the headline sounded really nice. And I did have a neat little after hours trade in this one too. Like my day wasn't big enough, I added to it with this one. But as always, when the closing bell of after hours closes, I am in nothing. So I'm all cash, as I always am, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll also add gappers to this. There's going to be plenty to trade, guys. Let's really stay focused. So far, June's been amazing. Let's keep it going. See you guys in the chat room.